There we go. Hello, everyone, and welcome to these Gothtober reading sprints. Hannah has done quite a few on her channel, and Tish has been killing it over on Twitter. And I'm finally doing my first reading sprints of the Gothtober month. I'm joined with two wonderful guests. If they want to introduce themselves, Kasha, do you want to go first?
Sure. I'm Kasha. I have the channel Horror Sickness, and I talk mostly about everything horror movies, horror books, and also the same in Instagram as well.
That's really cool.
Charlie?
I'm Charlie from Charlie Brick Reads, as you can see from the thing. Mostly I read like a lot of prize fiction, but also like I read a lot of everything, to be fair. I don't read as much horror, so it'd be good to get some recommendations. Yeah, I read a bit of everything.
Nice.
But mostly probably lit fic, I guess.
I think we all mix it up quite a bit because I know that you read a lot of horror, Kasha, but you also read a bit of other things here and there too.
Yeah, sometimes spice it up. It's funny because I go either from like disturbing horror or I just go for queer romance. Like sometimes there is no in between in my life.
I like that though.
But it's okay.
Have we all been watching Heartstopper?
Yes. I had the day off, so I just sat down and I binge watched it.
Oh my gosh, all of it.
Yes.
That was so cool. Have you guys watched the one with Joe Lockenett, the other one on Disney?
The
Agatha All Along.
Yeah, Agatha something. Yeah, Agatha All Along. Yeah.
Agatha Along.
No, I have not seen it yet.
I have not seen
That's
it.
really good. That's really good. My children love that, so they've got sort of like I haven't watched all of it though. I've only watched like a couple of episodes because I know one of the episodes recently sort of ended in a cliffhanger. So I was like, I'm not watching that until I can get the next episode. So
that makes sense. I'm watching Heartstopper, slow and steady.
No, yeah, watch that first.
Yeah. Got people trickling in. I think the next question is we're seeing what people are reading. So Chloe's reading Bride by Ali Hazelwood.
Nice.
And Hannah is here. Needed to pause Parkway Drive to start the sprints right at a breakdown. Very dramatic jump in. Very dramatic. Reading The Wolf Gift by Anne Rice. Is that the author of
The Interview with a Vampire?
Yes. Yeah. Was intrigued by Agatha all along, but it's a follow-up from WandaVision, which I've not seen.
Yeah, I haven't seen WandaVision either, but so I am probably missing, especially at the beginning episode. I think I was missing a lot of some of the references, but I've enjoyed it. So like because my kids were like, no, you can watch it, and the episodes I have seen, like I said, I haven't seen all of them, but the ones I have seen, I just think it's just so much fun. It's just like a really fun like witchy show. So it's like and there's some really the casting is just amazing as well. So like. Yeah, I don't feel like you need to have watched all of the WandaVision, having not watched all the WandaVision and watching it and enjoying it. So yeah.
Okay.
Up to you.
Good to know. The Marlowe Murder Club by Robert Thorogood. Murder Mysteries. Going to start the Deep.
I love the Deep. The Deep is so good. It's like honestly, I just loved that book this year when I read
Very good. Very good.
How have you been enjoying their new book? Like, well, it's not even out yet, book, but you know what I mean? Because I saw that you took it on holiday. So
yes, I'm still reading it. I've got it for sprints today. I'm just gonna let me talk about this. So this is what I'm reading tonight. Well, first I'm gonna read A Tale of Two Cities by Charles Dickens, which I'm buddy reading with Abby. I need to read 3 chapters today, so I'm gonna start with this. For some sprints we're doing with Katie. Later on this month, we're doing like a Gothtober crossover. So this is definitely my book for that as well. And then I'm going to continue reading Model Home by Rivers Solomon, which I'm over halfway through now. And I'm enjoying it a lot. It's very much a haunted house. It's not sentient. Like it's a haunted house. And our main character is Black and trans and disabled. So like the representation is really good there. And also queer. So I'm really liking the main character's point of view. The only thing is that the haunted house is very metaphorical, and I wanted to go to the haunted house. I haven't because of the way this book is set up. I don't want to spoil it. I haven't been there yet, or really been there, and I don't know if it's like building up suspense to the end where we'll spend lots of time in it, or if it's around the model home, but not actually in the model home.
I'm so excited by it. I can't. I want you to just finish it, and just tell me your thoughts, because I'm gonna have to read it, because River Solomon's the only author. I don't, like I said, I don't read a lot of that kind of genre, but River Solomon is I always just love their work. Whatever they do, I'm just they can do no wrong.
Yeah. What will you be reading these sprints?
I've got two. I'm actually doing cozy, so I've got because I saw this in the library this week, so I just picked it up straight away. Obviously YouTubers, Lucy Jane Wood, Bewitched. I see loads of people have been reading this, and I know it's maybe a bit cringe, but I love it. So, and then I've also got another option, Saga.
Oh, nice.
Very first volume. Because my friend,
I really like Saga.
Yeah, my friend Jem loves it. So and those other booktubers do as well, actually, don't they? I don't think I've ever heard anyone say they don't like Saga. So.
Have you read Saga, Kasha?
Yeah, I stopped at some point, but I've read at least 4 volumes, I think. Okay. And I did enjoy it.
I still need to continue as well. I think I'm probably around the same place, 4 or 5 volumes in.
Mm.
But yeah.
There is a lot. I think is there 12 or 11 out and then 12 to come. So.
I've got a big compendium of multiple volumes of it. Volume 10 made Hannah cry, so we got that in store for all of us. What are you reading, Kasha?
Well, I have 2 options, 2 books that I need to start. I have a YA book, which is Under the Surface by Diana Urban, which takes place in France in the catacombs. I think it's a group of students that go there for holidays or with a school trip or something. And a couple of them make some friends and they invite them to this private party in the catacombs and then decide to go, and then they get lost inside of the tunnels in the catacombs. So I've heard it's good, and I like horror that is claustrophobic, because if there's one thing I don't like is tight spaces. So maybe this one will work for me. Because horror normally, doesn't really horrify me. And I have Richard Lehman, Night Show, which is more extreme, gory horror. But yeah,
Very
so I have
Kasha.
these 2. Yes. Options.
Nice.
I'm not so sure how much I cope with gore. I'm normally a bit so I feel like I want to try it, but I'm like, oh.
Let me see what people are reading. So Hannah's reading Lower Olympus Volume 3. Love that series. We also need to pack Patreon picks. And Olivia had good news and bad news for me.
Oh.
Oh, what does that mean?
Oh.
What information, Hannah? Reading They Both Die at the end. That's an emotional one.
The Adam Silvera.
Yeah. Adam Silvera.
I still need to read the sequel. I own it, but I still have not read it.
Isn't it a prequel?
Oh yeah, maybe it is. I don't know, because I have not read it.
I feel like I think it goes before, I think it goes back. I haven't read it, but I think it goes back to the first day that thing exists, the cool situation.
Interesting.
I think. Emma's just started watching Only Murders in the Building and is obsessed. 10 out of 10 would not be reading if not for these scripts. And it's 50-50 on if they even read anyway. I love that.
My friend was literally just talking about that show to me this evening when I went out for a walk with her. So it's funny that you mentioned that.
Heard good things.
How great it was.
This week we read Dracula, Carmilla, and Starling House. Wow. Wonderful. All the vampire classics. And then a gothic-y book. Very gothic-y. Started Thirst. Part 1 was so surreal. I do not know Thirst. Is that a book or a TV series? Do we know? No clue.
It rings a bell, but I'm not sure. There is a movie called Thirst, but I don't think it's in parts.
To be determined. Watching too many series currently. Alma, aka The Girl in the Mirror, From, Joker, Anna's Nightmares, and Daydreams. I already have square eyes.
From is a nice TV show. If you guys have not watched it.
What genre is it?
It's like a small town where people, when they drive by, for some reason they cannot leave anymore. And they don't know why they are in this town. But everybody that gets derailed on the road and end up there, they try to leave, but they end up coming back to the same town, like in a loop. So they are unable to leave this town, and it's very interesting.
I feel like
So
I'm
it's
going to
kind of
write that down.
horror mystery, but it's bloody, so I like it.
What platform is it on? Do you know? Well, I guess depending on what
I
country.
think it's in HBO. Last time I watched it,
So maybe
but
Apple. Is it?
maybe I don't know, because we are also in different countries, so
Yeah,
you
of
guys
course.
might have different.
Yeah. Oh,
Things
I'll have a
available.
look.
Yeah.
I'll write it down. Written it down.
I also started watching Midnight Mass because I was like,
Oh,
horror season, Mike Flanagan. Like,
that's my favorite.
that's your favorite Mike Flanagan?
Yeah,
or...
my favorite Mike Flanagan TV show, because that is an original script by him. He didn't go to any source material like House of Haunted Hill or the other ones. Like, it's really like something that he came up with, and that series is gonna destroy you.
Oh, lovely.
Yes.
I'm on episode 2. Can't wait to
Oh,
be
great. It's my favorite. I love it.
It might be Emma's cat. Volume 11 of Saga came out this year.
Yeah. Yeah, that does sound right, actually. Yeah, because is it 12? I know that I saw that the 12th one is coming out next year, though. I think I'm sure that's true, because I remember messaging my friend about it to tell her. So yeah.
And Chloe's had amazing things about Under the Surface.
Nice. That's what I've heard, and I hope.
Thirst is a book by Milena. Oh, I'm not gonna try. A new second-generation perspective of vampires and The Haunting of Hill House.
I mean, those are two things. There you go. The very Olivia words. Like that sounds very.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to check out Thirst after this. Hannah says, I've won their Patreon giveaway pick.
Nice.
It's the Skeleton Key, which is a book Hannah didn't like, and it has one of the things I don't love reading about. So you might need to repick. Okay, just a heads up that if we keep chatting till 15, we'll start reading at 15:15, and we'll read until 45 too.
Yeah,
so books at the ready. Been reading a science fiction adventure since October called Eversham by Alistair Reynolds. I wonder if the mathematical process of aversion plays a role at some point. Could do. I've heard good things about Alistair Reynolds' sci-fi before.
It's a prequel.
It's good, but not as good.
Oh, okay.
The first to die at the end.
Yes.
Hi, Mary. She is reading The Once and Future Witches, which is by the author of Starling House as well.
Yes. Oh, okay. Yeah, is it Alex Harrow?
E. Harrow, yes.
Alex E. Harrow. Have you read those, Kasha?
I've only read the first one, The 1,000 Doors of January, was it called, or something like that? And I own the other two because I'm like, I like the first one, so I might as well just buy the other ones without reading them.
You're so brave. Like if I try to I say I try, but like I try to like if I only have one book by one author, because otherwise I'm like,
yeah,
just in case it gives me the ick. But yeah.
I always try and do like if I've got one unread by the author, I shouldn't buy any more. But then sometimes I don't know how it happens.
Yeah, but I saw the special edition of Starling House. And I had to have it.
The special editions don't count, so that's fine.
Yeah.
So I was like, I like it too much. I'm gonna buy it.
I've seen some beautiful editions of that, to be fair.
Yeah.
Emma's thinking you should keep listening to Wicked to tick off the final Gothtober prompt.
I really want to read that. Like,
oh my goodness, yeah, as he said, amazing. Completed. Gothtober, only halfway through the month. My sister really liked Wicked, if you want to read it.
Oh, that's good. That's good. In that case, I did see it in the bookshop the other day. So Emily's, and my sister's bought Starling House as well. That's another thing. So,
I read it and I liked it. I liked it a lot. But it's very atmospheric writing style, very gothic. I feel like it blended the concept of haunted and sentient house. So I was set.
That's good.
All right. We've got like seconds until. Well, actually, it's 15:15 already. What am I talking about? Shall we read? Read for half an hour. See you then.
Okay.
That's the end of our first reading sprint. How did that go for everyone? Good?
Yeah. It went very fast. I'm a very slow reader, so I only read a chapter.
Which book are you reading again? Just remind me. Bewitched, Cozy Fantasy.
Yeah, it's so lovely. I love cozy. I think I really need cozy. So yeah.
Nice. Did you just start it, or had you already started it before the sprints?
I literally read one chapter last night, so yeah, it's like very early doors of it. But yeah, it's like introducing you to the characters and all that. So yeah, it's good. It's lovely. It's very easy reading. So yeah.
Nice. How about you, Kasha?
Yeah, I made it to page 37. So, and I like that we have maps. I think you cannot see because the light. Yeah, maybe here. There we go. And it has like levels. So it's like level 1, level 2, level 3. So I guess the deeper they go into the catacombs, then the worse it gets, hopefully.
Love that.
Yeah, but it's good. I mean, it's just like a group of school kids. They are in Paris for holidays, and one of them meets a French boy, and he invites her to a private party, and she's the only one that wants to go, but then the friends are worried, so they go to try to persuade her not to go into the catacombs, but then they end up all going in, of course. So we'll see. We just entered the catacombs, so I'm excited to see what horrors awaits them. Yeah.
Something's gonna happen.
Yeah, I hope so.
I ended up reading 2 of my 3 chapters of A Tale of Two Cities, and I'm just loving it. I've only got 40 pages left, but I'm not going to finish it today because we need to stick to the pace. So I'll read one more chapter in the next sprint, and then I'll switch to Model Home. But yeah, I think I might use it for my disability prompt because there's actually a lot about mental health in it, and I don't think I've seen a classic discuss mental health the way that this one has. That's nice.
That's nice.
Let's see how other people have done. Hannah listened to 3 chapters of The Tenant of Wildfell Hall, which I think is Anne Bronte.
It is. I love that book. It's an amazing book. I love that book.
Yeah, such angsty drama, and one of the few times I'm not mad about being behind a male perspective. Yeah, he's nice, isn't he? Yeah, I like this one as well. I think it's good. I did think I struggled with some of the characterization, but overall I think the message is important. It's amazing that it's saying what it's saying at that time. Very good.
I feel like I like controversial opinion. I like Anne Bronte's writing more than I like Charlotte Bronte's writing. Sorry.
Interesting. No. It's been so long since I've read Jane Eyre, which is the only Charlotte Bronte I've read, so I feel like I can't accurately compare, but I did really like Jane Eyre.
I loved Jane Eyre when I read it, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is like the best classic ever. And then I read Tenant of Wildfell Hall and obviously Agnes Grey, and I just think they're just so much better.
Interesting. I do need to read Agnes Grey still. Read up to 91% of first. Great story. Part 2 has just met part 1.
Martha always gets the best arcs. Like she always Happy Knitter always gets the best arcs.
Emma listened to Wicked. I'm definitely enjoying it more via audio than when she read it physically, but that could also be down to the fact I first read it when I hadn't been reading much, so it was a lot. Okay.
If you like the audio, then it might be good for me I'll try and find the audio. Is it a specific version of the audio? You have to tell us what version of which version of it.
Because you were thinking of reading this one too, Kasha.
Well, Wicked, I have the books, but I've never read them. But I've watched the musical, and now I'm like, do I have to read the book now?
Because
the story is going to be the same. So I don't know. Oh, no, it's not?
I don't think it is.
Oh.
I've heard that the book is very different. Emma will correct me if it's the same, but I have heard that the book is very different.
When is it out in the movies out in November? When is it like the end of November?
I don't know. I don't know.
It's not long. So it comes up.
Yeah.
It's free on Audible. Only one on Audible.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna have a look on there. Even though I don't normally have an Audible account, so this is the only
It's
one.
different than the musical. Interesting. I really like the musical. I watched it last year when I went to London, because when I'm there this year, I'm gonna go watch Stranger Things. I'm really excited. I already got my ticket, and I'm like so excited to go. Because last year we were walking in London and we saw they were building it up, so I couldn't go because it was not open yet. Now I've been holding on for 1 year to go.
All ready to go. I've heard it's a very good
Yeah.
production. I'm not going to see it because I haven't watched Stranger Things, but
Yeah.
from Stranger Things fans, I've heard like it's worth going to see.
Nice.
The one negative about the audiobook is they didn't seem to cut when the narrator needed a break.
Sometimes, or especially with Audible things, you do get that, don't you? A lot, like especially. I think.
Just what is it like breathing or just?
Yeah,
like
that's what I was thinking. Like,
I really feel for them.
catching their breath.
Oh,
Oh no!
That's a production.
Imagine being like,
la la la.
because it looks quite a long audio book. In fairness, it's 19 hours and 42. I've just literally just got it on my thing. 19 hours and 42 minutes.
oh, that's long. Yeah.
That's no wonder why she needed a break, or he, or whoever, they, or whoever.
Oh
It's
no!
not very often. Not very
Okay.
often. We mentioned Mike Flanagan. There's a new novel by Nick Roberts that sounds like it's influenced by Flanagan's 2011 movie Absentia. It's called Dead End Tunnel. Teenager disappears into a tunnel.
Yeah, I think I've mentioned that book in my channel for something. It's I think kids disappear in a tunnel in a little town and they don't know what's going on. So it sounds like something that I will enjoy. Yes.
It does sound like something for you.
Have you guys got any like not like kind of cozy horror for me? If I say cozy horror, that sounds like a but like I read Horror Store and I love that. That's like the level that I can cope with. So something like that.
Well, not to promote myself, but I made a video not long ago about horror books for scaredy cats. So
Yeah,
for
that's
people
me.
that want to get introduced to horror and they think that it might be too much.
I'll go watch that then.
Very good.
That's me, because like Horror Store, I was like, yeah, this is the right level.
Yeah, I mean, if you like mysteries, I would say Darcy Coates is pretty chill in general. It's mostly supernatural, so it's kind of cozy, at least for me. So maybe for you is the right amount of like creepiness, if it's just cozy for me.
Exactly. And yes, you should promote yourself. You should. I would also recommend, which is a rec that I got from your channel too, Kasha, Mina and the Undead by Amy McCall, because I love vampires, if you like vampires.
Yeah.
And it's not like overly gory. It's got like horror film references and pop culture references. Yeah. It's very fun and enjoyable. So, yeah. I recommend that one.
Yes. Oh no.
Hannah's just like, get in there.
Hannah's like,
yeah, quite right to get the promo in. Yeah, why not? Yeah.
You should.
This is the time.
I'll treat Hannah when I meet her, hopefully in London, if we can make it happen. Wine's on me.
Hannah, this is the tenant of Marfell Hall.
Yeah.
Like, I know she loves me. She's just traumatized. I will not give up. And then someone will be like, "Ooh, you love her." They'll be immediately like, "Be quiet, you're ugly."
Sometimes in that book, it did like exasperate me a bit. Like some of it does exasperate you. Like the character choices. Like sometimes the decisions that is made, I was like screaming a little bit, but then I still loved it. Like,
yeah. And also when it's love, everybody makes some silly decisions sometimes. It's nice to know that like back in the day they were still making the silly decisions that we do in the present time. My question to you guys is, what is like the horror that has scared you the most? Like if it's something you watched when you were a child, was it Jaws that scarred you for life? Like what is the thing that
I got it.
That's made you the most scared? Book, film?
Yeah, I think of something because there's a few like there's like a trope that I really, really like. There's two things that terrify me. I'm a very big scaredy cat, but Chucky, I don't like anything with dolls. Like,
Oh,
dolls.
I have Chucky dolls in my room right now.
Oh my god! Like literally, I can't even watch.
Should I bring it to the screen?
Yeah, like I can't. Yeah, behind you. I can. There you go. You're small in my screen, so it's really funny. Yeah, like ventriloquist dolls. Like if I remember there was an episode of Doctor Who when ventriloquist dolls were like a thing, and in one of the episodes, you'll know if you know the episode, and I was like, and actually in the more recent series, actually they've had that as well.
No dolls for you.
Mm.
Is there anything that's ever shaken you, Kasha?
I doubt this is good. Nothing. Yeah.
Well, many years ago when I was a young teenager. I mean, not like it's hard. Like I remember the only book that has ever given me like a physical goosebump was Desperation by Stephen King. But I was reading it in the middle of the night. Everybody was asleep. And the movie, one of the ones that I think it's really horrifying for me was back in the day, The Grudge, the original, the Asian version, not the American remake. But again, I watched it by myself alone with the light out. I shouldn't have done that to myself. I find Asian horror quite horrifying. I mean, nowadays, nothing really shakes me. I'm like the desensitized horror watcher. Like, I'm in the cinema just like this. Nice. And people around me are like, jump, like, and they're like, oh my God. And I'm just like,
but you're probably you're probably the best person to watch it with, because I like watching like stuff like that with someone like you, because then I think it's very calming to have someone that's
Yeah, so I like to watch horror movies in the cinema because I like to see people's reactions, because I don't have those reactions anymore. So I like to see what works for people, because sometimes it doesn't work for me as much. So
that's fair.
And another thing, I don't like anything with bugs. Actually, there's quite a lot of things that give me the ick.
The list continues.
Yeah, just say it, name it, and I'll probably be scared of it. Yeah.
What about you, Olivia?
I think I've watched a lot of horror now, so I'm also not that scared by horror films. I think sometimes when I'm watching them by myself, my sisters message me like, "Are you watching a horror film by yourself again at night?" I'm like, "Yeah, it's fine." But when I was younger, my dad watched Signs, which is it horror? It's like an alien film, and it petrified younger me, like absolutely scared. And there's a book by Michael Grant where there's a plague, and part of the plague is that like bugs grow in your intestines.
Oh my God.
Fab.
And it's just like,
my God.
It's not even a horror book. It's like a dystopian sci-fi.
Yeah,
but I remember reading that as a teen and just being like, I'm never going to eat food again. Like, I don't need food.
I don't even like seeing bugs on the cover, like of a book. If there's a book, there's loads of books, aren't there, with bugs in the cover?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. This one has a bug on the cover. Actually, it's like really
I can't
tiny.
even see it.
It's on top of the house.
Oh yeah.
Okay, but that's okay.
Let's see. Coraline.
Fair.
I've actually never seen this before.
Neither have I.
Oh, you've not seen Coraline? Interesting.
Neither have I.
Is it good? Well, I was about to say, is it good? But then I feel like the answer is yes.
I like it. I don't know. Have you read the book, the graphic novel, anything? No.
No, nothing. But apparently the film is traumatizing.
Well, maybe I shouldn't watch it then.
The puppets were for the 60th. Sticky
Sticky. Yeah, that scared me. Yeah. But I still watched it. But I was brave.
That's fair, Hannah. That's fair.
Colin Hoover. I think that is valid.
Yeah,
it's hilarious. I love that so much.
Oh yeah, Camp Damascus has bugs. That's true.
I would definitely not look. No.
I'm looking forward to reading this. Have you read this?
I have.
You have. Did you like it?
I liked it. I expected something different. I think it's kind of what you have with that book, because it's called Camp Damascus, and I was expecting the whole book to take place in a camp, and that is not the case. So I had the same feeling starting it. Like, it was a really good start, because the book starts at a point where you wouldn't expect this type of book to start.
Mm.
I just don't want to spoil it for you. But then I was like, hey, where's the camp? I want to go to the camp. So I have the same thing with you in the haunted house that you're like, hello, I want to actually go there. I don't want to just hear about it. I want to go there. So that's kind of what I had with the book, but it's really good. I liked it.
It's probably going to help me knowing that it's not about actually like going to the camp ahead of time.
Yeah.
But
Because anticipation, if you've got like an anticipation and a perception of something, especially when it's a trope you really love, yeah,
it's tricky. And the beautiful ones. This is Sylvia Moreno Garcia. Has bugs. It's a lovely. It has bugs, but it's a lovely romantic telenovela.
You're like listing things to terrify Charlie.
Right, we've got to on the hour. Shall we read for another half an hour? Yes, let's keep reading. I'll see you in a bit. I'm going to make tea.
Oh yeah, I might get myself a drink as well, actually.
that's the end of our second reading sprint. How did that go? Good. How was it for you, Charlie?
Yeah, it was good. I never did another doctor in a bit.
Still enjoying?
Yeah, it's just super cozy, and she's like, just had her first, like, it's her 30th birthday, so like, and then she's got all this witchy stuff about to kick off, I guess. So yeah, it's good.
Did you grab a cup of tea as well?
My husband brought one in. I've drunk it, so it was one of the pucker ones. It's the 3 ginger one. This is my nighttime tea.
Nice.
I love the 3 ginger tea as my bedtime one. I mean, not that it's bedtime, but you know what I mean.
Like a nice relaxing evening drink.
Can't go wrong with a ginger tea.
How about you, Kasha? How was your reading session?
Good, I made it. Let's see, page 73.
You are a fast
Really strong.
So yeah, it's now things are happening. They never made it to the party. They're just like going around and trying to find the party. I don't want to say too much, but things are starting to happen where you're like, yeah, maybe it was not a good idea to go into the Paris catacombs with a guy you just met in a foreign country. Just maybe.
Maybe not a good idea.
Without any gear or anything. Like they go without a backpack. You don't have food. You don't have water. They don't have lamps. Their phones are like, I forgot to charge my phone today, so my battery is running low. And I'm like, bitch, please.
That is so
So it's like, you guys are prepared for this.
Perfect. Have you actually been to the catacombs before?
No, but I would love to go. I don't know if it's gonna be too claustrophobic for me, but I would like to visit. I know that Amy has been, and I think she really liked it.
I've been before and it was nice. Have you been, Charlie? I mean, as nice as seeing lots of skulls
Yeah.
can be. I find that fascinating. Not everybody finds that fascinating.
Yeah.
But, I was surprised by that there were hallways, like it was like corridor space. But it is underground.
Yeah, this book says at the beginning that it's based on a true story. So I'm like, excuse me. So I don't know, because maybe people have gotten lost there. Who knows? But I know that they have like a section for the public, and probably there's a lot that you never get to see where they do their, investigations or whatever, archaeological things. So it's probably a lot longer, like the corridors and everywhere, that we will never maybe get to see.
Yeah, and probably more narrow and more spooky.
Yeah, for sure.
I read one more chapter of A Tale of Two Cities, which was again very good. I kind of wanted to continue, but funny read. And we've only got 3
disciplined.
Yes, disciplined. And we have 3 chapters left, so we're going to finish it tomorrow, which is very exciting. And then I read a little bit of this, which, yeah, it was good. It was good.
I really can't wait for that. Like, I'm so excited for that book next year.
I think I have to give it to my sister to borrow once I finished it, because she's just like, I really want to read this already.
It's just because literally I've never read a bad book by them, and I'm like, maybe that's going to happen.
And it's out in the US this month, so I'm just like, why do we have to wait until February for the hardback to come out? Like,
I'm going to try and see if I can get it on NetGalley.
Can't go with it. Finished Thirst. You can believe the ending.
Is that good or bad?
Good or bad? Let us know.
Could be both.
Abby has joined us. She is editing and scheduling rather than reading.
Nice.
Oh, well, hello.
I think I'm going to be meeting Abby soon, maybe, because things like potentially. I think you're going to the same thing that I think that. Obviously, I don't want to like either which way. Hello, Abby.
That makes sense. I think based on where that meetup is happening, that makes sense. Hannah had a cheeky music break while packing the boxes. That is valid. You're being productive. Well you pulled a second. Oh, thank you for putting my slip back. That is an extra bonus for me. I'm so sorry to disrupt your usual routine of giveaway picking. Cozy usually means feel good too, like books that give you a hug. So Brie Paulson's graphic novel Garlic and the Vampire, very cute.
I've read that and I love that.
Okay, nice. I do want to read that too, because I mean, vampire, cozy.
I've got the second one as well. The is it Garlic and the Witch? And is there any more? I don't know. Is there any more? Or is it just those two?
I feel like there's a third one or one coming. I don't know. I don't know for sure though. So
you know what book that came out in September that I hold you responsible for, Olivia. The third one that I want to read it's the Niche and the Bad Demon, because I remember last year's Gothtober you put in recommendations, and so I got the first one, but the second one I think it's just come out. I'm sure it's September, but I haven't got that.
Yeah, I did really like Misha and the Bad Demon. And that is one that's like, it's about a demon, but it's actually cute and cozy. So that's actually a good cozy recommendation as well.
I'll write that down. What is it? So
if you like horror story, maybe you like My Best Friend's Exorcism, because it's quite chill.
Yeah. So maybe I will. I do want to try that, actually. To be fair.
Yeah.
That's my favorite, Grady Hendrix.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I still haven't read a lot of his latest ones, but I just love the psychological element to My Best Friend's Exorcism. Which one is your favorite, Grady Hendrix, so far?
I think I've read almost all of them. I think I would pick either. I mean, Horror Store, I liked it because it was very different, and it was very much like a very unique book in general. But I really like How to Sell a Haunted House, and I feel like most people did not like that one. So I don't know, but I like it because it goes crazy. It's not for you, Charlie. I'm not gonna mention what it's in the book. It's not for you.
Thank you. Thank you for saving me.
Valid. And also
when people tell me their triggers, I'm like, not for you, not for you.
Thank you.
And there's also the rec here for Over Emotional by David Fenn, which
I've
is
written that down. Thank you very much.
young adult one, I think.
Yeah.
After a week of vampires and blood, lovely. I have just opened The Teller of Small Fortunes by Julie Leong, which looks like a gentle, witchy comfort read for the weekend.
That sounds good as well.
I think I've seen
it. Craving witchy books as well, cozy witchy books.
They're very nice. Next weekend? Yes. Oh, I wish I could go, but it's.
I'm so sad you can't.
I can't. Yeah, I've been traveling too much lately that I just need to be.
I do understand it.
To be here for a bit.
I have to catch up with you in London some other point.
Yes, please. This was good, but last page is not believable. Okay.
Oh, okay.
That's fair. Emma listened to More Wicked. I think they're going to watch an episode of Only Murders in the Building and then head up to bed to read the Marlowe Murder Club and also pick your next Kindle read. You're on a reading roll. All of these books.
And you said, have you finished? Did she say that you said they finished the prompts? The prompts?
So, pretty much. Oh, wait. We got an update. TV's not turning on.
Oh, no.
The TV's like only reading. That's the only thing that's allowed.
Olivia controls your TV.
Exactly. Like sneakily.
Olivia said no.
She's got special powers.
Hannah's going to be picking up Zach, so might not make it in time, but thank you for joining us. I was thinking actually we could play a spooky this or that round quickly and then do our last 30-minute sprint before we close. Let's just quickly whiz through this. Loved Horror Store. Read because of FOMO.
Yeah,
never able to go to IKEA again. We'll miss the meatballs of the gravy.
I literally read it in one day. I just thought it was so surprising. I just loved it so much.
It is very fun. And I have to admit.
Oh, sorry. Mm-hmm. I was just going to say I came upstairs to finish it before bed, and the light and my bedside light, the bulb was loose, so I couldn't switch it on. It flickered and then it went off, and I was like, oh, because I told you I'm easily spooked. So I was like,
the furniture not working after reading Horror Store.
I mean,
not great. I've actually never had the food in IKEA before as well. Like, just never ever. All right, let's play. Wait, hang on. I just have to give Emma kudos for choosing Wicked as the book that is so good it defies gravity. One of the songs is defying gravity in there. Perfect. You win Gothtober. Right, let's
Definitely
play.
doing better with Gothtober than Victober. I've definitely read more for Gothtober.
True. We're gonna play this or that spooky round. So I'm just gonna give you like 2 options. You can say which one you would choose to do, and if you're in the chat, you can also play along with us and just say which one you do as well. It's just like a little fun round before we read to finish off. So first, this or that. Would you rather face a vampire or face a dragon?
I'll do vampire.
I'll do dragon.
Okay.
I feel like you can go first for your reason.
Why are you choosing a vampire?
Well, the dragon is probably 10 times bigger than me, which my chances are immediately reduced. I mean, of course, vampires have more speed, but I feel like I have read many vampire books to be a bit more familiar with how to get rid of them or how to trick them or how to. With dragons, I would be a little bit lost, and if I don't even have a weapon with me, which is more than likely, then probably I will not make it. So,
I pick dragon because I try and befriend it. This is my thinking.
I see.
Yeah.
I have similar reason. I would choose a vampire because I've read so much vampire romance that I'll just try and make them fall in love with me as fast as I can.
Of course they will.
They must do.
And if they buy you, you can be like, "How about you turn me? I'll help you."
The dream outcome.
Join them. Why not?
We've got some votes for vampire.
Yes.
Dragon,
Yeah,
yeah, exactly. If nothing else, I'd die whatever. So.
Emma's gonna have a chat with their
fantastic.
Vampire. And another dragon. Okay. Would you rather investigate a mysterious sound in the basement or head down a dark tunnel alone?
Oh, I don't like either of those.
Basement.
Yeah, I think I'd probably say basement too.
I think I'd say basement too. I just hope it's nothing serious.
The basement, it means I'm probably in my own house, so I can still grab a knife or a weapon before I go down.
I love that you're so thinking.
If I'm in a tunnel in the middle of the night, probably I don't have anything with me, so in case danger comes, then I'm a little bit defenseless. So,
Kasha, I just want to say, if I have to be like transported into a horror film, please come with me.
Yeah, you can rescue us. Like if I'm stuck in that situation, I'd be like, yes.
I'm very resourceful, people. I'm very resourceful.
Kasha's defend us all.
I was like, I would just go down there and hope it's like my sibling or something just chilling down there making some noise.
I just want to be a final girl, okay?
Assuming there's lights, yeah?
Oh, yeah, that's good thinking.
Fair.
We have to assume they work as well.
Mm-hmm.
Basement.
If it was my house, clearly they wouldn't.
If I'm at a tunnel in the middle of the night, I have bigger problems. That's
yeah, why are you there? Why are you in the tunnel?
How did we get there? Would you rather enter a haunted house or a sentient house?
Ooh. Okay. I'd say haunted house.
To do anything specific?
You need more information.
I mean, that's all we got. Wait, what was your answer, Charlie?
I'd say haunted house.
Haunted house.
Yeah, I don't know. Sentient houses, that's the level that creeps me a lot. So
I think I'll go for haunted house as well.
I feel like the sentient house would just like somehow destroy me, and like it's like I don't know. Yeah. No.
Especially if I know the house beforehand, I can do research on who died in the house, so that I know how to get rid of them.
You're so ahead of the game. Like literally every single thing, you're like thinking of strategies. You're just so amazing.
That's why when I watch movies, I can like predict a lot of stuff because I'm like, my brain is just like
That's amazing.
It's like a mystery, not a horror.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna choose sentient. I think sentient in my fingers of the deck. Probably because it would be more interesting. I'm gonna go with Abby's reasoning, and I think I'd try and make friends with the sentient house.
But it would just scare me. I don't know.
Haunted implies problem.
Yeah, maybe that's true. But they could be nice ghosts. I just, could be full of.
Yeah, you don't know what's hunting it. Maybe it's a friendly ghost.
Yeah, like Casper. Like this is in my head. Everything's all fluffy, not like.
It'd be like a hungry ghost, and then you just invite them over for dinner and have a chill time.
Or like ghosts from BBC, BBC ghosts, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
A
sentient house would scare you, but not ghosts.
Well, no, but then like I said, in my head, it's like it's like the BBC, because in America, the US have done a US version of ghosts as well. It's like they're like nice ghosts. They like this is I don't want horrible vicious ghosts.
I'm chilling. I just wanted to stick around, ghosts. Rather than the spirit that's upset and is haunting us.
No angry ghosts.
So, if you had to either join a cult to survive or murder to survive, which one?
I'm gonna say cult, obviously.
Obviously.
I'm unsure. Because what if the part of being a part of the cult is murdering people? Then you have to do it multiple times. You understand my reasoning? So maybe I just want to murder one person and I'm out.
Who's this person that you're gonna murder to escape?
Then you're 10 steps ahead of
because cults like to do sacrifices. Maybe they pick people to kill, and then you have to be part of it every single time because you're not allowed to leave the cult anymore.
Well, I don't really want to be murdering multiple people. So if that was the case, yeah, potentially, I'll just die whatever.
Yeah, I think I'll murder one person. I'll try and death note it and try and find someone
who's bad, deserves it. Well, nobody deserves it, but who's bad enough, I guess.
Yeah,
it definitely is a good option.
I'm concerned by how quickly Emma was murder.
Period.
I don't know. I haven't read many books with cults in where they this is the issue here. I'm clearly behind on
behind on the cult culture.
Yeah.
I watch many documentaries, and sometimes they kill people even from their own cult because they did things that are not good for them, so they get rid of them. So, you don't know what kind of cult it's gonna be. So
I've watched
equally, it could be like a happy cozy cult.
Exactly. Midsommar is fantastic.
I mean, I love it. It's one of my favorite horrors, but I think actually I'll go with murder over cult after.
Yeah.
Cults are too religious. Kasha says, what if the cult makes me kill my family?
Yeah. You never know.
I don't want to see that.
Cults are big on arranged marriage and so many babies.
Fair.
Yeah, I don't know enough about cults.
Yeah. There's this 4-panel comic about a haunted place where stuff is floating around mysteriously, and in the next panel you see it's a tiny ghost who expresses so much faith after creating the rooms. Oh, that's really sweet. That is very cute. Very good. The cult would love that. Okay, your next question is, when in a dangerous situation, is it best to hide inside or outside?
Repeat that again.
When in a dangerous situation, is it best to hide inside or outside? We're going to put a limit on outside, outside in the grounds of the house.
A dangerous situation, you either hide inside or outside.
Let's say you're on an estate. So there's a fence around the outside that you can't get past.
I mean, I'm dead either way then, aren't I?
I'm going to stay inside.
No, I'll probably stay outside. And try and cover myself in leaves.
I feel like I'll stay inside. I don't think I'll be happy there. But I'll stay inside. It'll
I'm
be
too
warm.
clumsy. If you're inside, then because I'm like really really clumsy. I'm dyspraxic and I am intensely clumsy. I will like trip over stuff and I'll be making so much noise because you'll be panicking, aren't you? You're in a dangerous situation. So I'll be so panicking. I'll be banging into everything, and then that will cause me to die quicker.
That is valid.
I was just thinking of the movie Ready or Not, and when she's inside, the odds are in her favor. When she's outside, it's not really good for her.
Yeah, because I mean, it depends on what's going on outside.
Yeah, it depends, but you have like more weapons and tools and places to hide inside, and I don't know if they're coming for you in anyway. You might as well, I
mean,
don't
the
know.
tools is again a good thinking.
I do love Ready or Not.
Yeah.
Top tier.
Yes.
Inside you're trapped.
Yes, that's what I thought.
Inside you're near civilization.
Yeah, you can like try and like flash things.
People are happy with outside.
But Olivia said there was a limit, so if I cannot leave the premises, then I'm still trapped in a way.
To people outside, you can try and signal to people outside to try and rescue.
Yeah, you can try. Abby's inside to stay warm.
That's good thinking.
Andreas is outside just in case the house floods.
Oh, interesting.
Slide my bed with my coffee. Earth could lose gravity inside. There's so many ways to go. Okay, shall we do two more? Okay. So one is, would you rather watch a horror film or read a horror book?
Watch a horror film or read a book? No, watch a film. I think.
Watch a film?
It depends, but probably I would say movie as well. Yeah.
I think I'm gonna say film as well. I feel like the closer I get to being scared, I guess, is seeing it visually. I'm not very good at imagining things visually anyway, so.
But I feel like it's worse. I feel like I'm more like my thinking is the opposite. That's why I feel like I can't read. Like I don't watch a lot of horrors, don't get me wrong, but I feel like at least if you read it somehow feels more real. It feels more real. Whereas when you're watching it, I don't know. I feel like there's and you can be with other people and you're not just by yourself. Because when you're reading, it's very solitary, isn't it? And you're very like in your own head. Whereas when you're like, I feel like there's a bit more distance to it when you're watching it.
When you're reading it, yeah, I guess that. I also feel like it depends. Like I'm just thinking of like a book and a film that have similar concepts but not the same. Like The Platform and Tender is the Flesh. Like they have similar concepts and they're both so good, but I don't think Tender is the Flesh would work on screen, and I don't think The Platform. Actually, maybe The Platform could work on a book. I don't know. Tricky. We got book people are saying book. Why am I surprised by this? Can't sit still for films but enjoy a book.
I think it's just because that's why I don't really watch. Horror isn't a genre, like I said, for me really, but like yeah, I feel like at least if I've got my friends or people around me,
it's true.
I'll be okay.
Abby's more impacted by films. Okay, yeah. So there's more distance in a book. I feel like it just comes down to preference.
Yeah.
And for me, it's like 50-50. Like I like doing both. I don't think, but I've been watching horror movies probably for longer than I've been reading horror books. So yeah,
that's a strong thing. And our very last question is: if you had to put yourself into a horror book or film, which one would you put yourself in?
One where I don't die.
You can choose a cozy one if you want to.
I don't know any cozy ones. Tell me some cozy ones. I'm trying to think. Or like I can't think of anything cozy.
Like you could put yourself into Rewitched.
There you go then. Yeah. That one.
Or Garlic and the Vampire.
Oh yeah. That's very cozy. Vegetables as well. There's vegetables in Garlic and the Vampire.
I don't know. There's just so many things.
You've got too many possibilities.
I mean, there's many that I would like to go into for funsies.
To see if you could be the final girl once and for all.
Yeah. No, like I would like to go into the Lost Boys because I think I would like to join them, you know?
Mm,
They're vampires, they're cool. I think it is from the 90s, if I'm not wrong. So
okay.
maybe that one. Books, I don't know. I mean, I wouldn't mind going into It by Stephen King because I would like to meet Pennywise, but
Oh, it scares me. That's another massive clowns. Clowns is another scary thing to tell for me. So
I love how like I would just love to meet Pennywise.
yeah.
and the
Yeah.
monster at the end. Oh. Like and even like seeing a red balloon. If you see a red balloon, that's
Just like shivers. I think I would. It's not really horror, but I would go into Twilight. I would love to become Olivia Savannah Cullen. I think I'd do great.
so cute.
Nice.
SSS welcome. Absolutely not. Invocation of the Secret History.
Mm.
Live a dark academia life.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining, Abby.
Oh.
Enjoy your slice
Was it
of
your
birthday.
birthday? When was her birthday? When was
I
Abby's
think it
birthday?
was a couple of days ago.
Maybe it's because mine was on Sunday. So if you're maybe or either which way, you're a Libran as well. So.
I think it was during the week. I remember saying happy. Actually, I think it might have been Sunday. You know.
Abby, was yours Sunday as well? Because I was Sunday too. So in which case we're birthday buddies.
I hope you had a good birthday as well.
Yeah, it was good. Yeah.
I think it's 13th for Abby. Emma's was Friday. Everybody's born in October.
We're Librans. Yay.
Happy belated birthday.
I don't ever
Abby.
get to talk to Librans, so that's very good. Yeah, that's good.
And Andreas is going into all my friends are funeral singers. There's ghosts that play music. So that's interesting. All right, we are 3 minutes away from 9 o'clock. So let's read for half an hour more. Before we start the sprint, are we all good to stay on for sprints?
Yes.
Yep. Cool.
Yes.
Sorry.
I love that you did this accidentally and not.
Oh, yeah.
Birthday.
You met your birthday twin.
I love that. Yay, Abby. I'm even more excited to meet you now.
Nice.
I'll definitely do that for that. If I can, it's not going to work now, is it? Yay! Yeah.
Forcing you guys to do decision making. And Emma's off to watch TV. I'll let it work now. So you'll find that it does work and you can watch only orders and everything. Okay, let's start reading for our last half an hour and then we'll check in and sign up then. That's the end of our last sprint. How did that go? Good. Still enjoying Charlie?
Yeah, she's started her trials now. So she's because I don't know whether you guys know. So basically, she's it's a witch. The main character's Belle, and she works in has an everyday life, and she doesn't really use her magic. And then it's her 30th birthday, and the witchy people contact her, and obviously she's got to do trials in order to keep her magic. So she's just started trials. Yeah, it's still cozy. It's still good. There's nothing particularly high danger about it.
Mm-hmm. Sometimes it's nice to have a book like that.
I like it.
How about you, Kasha?
Nice. Good. I'm in page 114, so I'm here.
Getting there halfway.
No, still
Okay,
a little bit.
A third of the way.
Yeah.
What's happening in it? I want to know.
Well, I don't want to spoil things for people, but basically it's still from two different POVs. So one is inside of the catacombs, the other person is outside. And so far they've had to spend the night in there. And of course, people outside have realized that 4 girls are missing, which are the girls that are in the catacombs. And it's starting to get spooky because even the guy that is with them that supposedly know where he's going got lost, and he also seems to be scared. So the girls think that he knows more than he's giving away, so they don't know what's going on, but that's all I want to say. I just don't want to spoil it for anybody, but so far it's good. It's very easy to read, fast paced, it's interesting. There's a little bit of teenage drama in the sense that they are all friends, and there's 2 girls that had a fight and haven't spoken to each other in a while, but that now they're stuck in the catacombs. So there's a little bit of teenage, drama there, but not too much. It's not the main focus, I would say. So I'm enjoying.
It does sound good.
Yes.
How's your book going, Olivia?
It's good. I've got 50 pages left, so I'm coming to the end of it. And I like how it's coming together. I feel like there's still some more coming together to do, but now that I've laid to rest my expectations, I'm like enjoying what it is actually giving me. I think it's smart and intelligent, and I think River Solomon just writes smart and intelligent books when you like get the concept all together at the end. So I think I'm gonna have a good overall ending to the book.
Oh, that's so good. I can't wait to read it.
See how other people have done in the last sprint. You started Hill House.
Yay,
Sounds
well
great,
done.
Andy. One of my favorite classic horror books.
Yay.
Nice.
Video edited, uploaded, description, thumbnail scheduled. 50% through the next. Wow. That is productive.
That is good. That's quick editing. Like, I take forever to edit. Like,
I take forever to edit as well. Way too long. I haven't edited in a while though.
Oops.
Neither have I, to be fair, feels like.
But that's where we're going to end. So thank you for joining me, both of you. Do either of you want to say like something you've got coming up, a video that's coming out?
I'm probably going to be filming my birthday haul tomorrow. So
nice.
That might be coming up if I can film it and edit it tomorrow.
Nice. How about you, Kasha?
Well, when you finish the Gothtober readathon, you can do the Evil-a-thon with me in November, which is reading horror books. So if anybody wants to come, we'll be reading horror. All types of horror. You can read middle grade, YA. You can even do mystery thrillers if you think horror is too much for you, whatever works. But just horror thrillers, let's say.
A little bit of evil. Just a little bit of evil.
Oh, just a little bit.
I love that so much.
And
I had so much fun today. Honestly, it's been so much fun.
Thank you for joining. And I'm just going to quickly mention here that we'll be back on this channel on Saturday for not reading sprints, but for the craft live show. So if you do anything like knitting, artwork, cooking, anything crafty, join us here Saturday, 7 p.m. BST. We've got 3 more guests joining us. and we will be like crafting and just casually chatting throughout.
Nice.
I did want to mention that Milena is not here today because she had a migraine, so she couldn't make it. I realized I did not say that on the live, but that is why she's not here with us, and we wish her the best. Okay, and with that, we'll sign off and